Behold, the Land Rover Defender Octa, a brand new vehicle, revolutionised. However, still got same old problems. Rattles, audio system incredibly disappointing, but that is all about to change. We are going to be sound deadening the life out of this one. We're also going to be upgrading the full entire sound system on this Defender Octa, and this one you're really going to enjoy. Let's go.
Hey guys, SA legend Rowan right here. Today we have in a Land Rover Defender Octa. This is actually the brand new 2025 Defender, and we will be fully sound upgrading this vehicle. So what I'll be doing is I will be taking you on a little tour, take you around the car and explain to you exactly what all we'll be upgrading. So let's get into it. Okay, so we will start with our front stage. So what we will be doing is we'll be upgrading our tweeters. The Hertz Melee Legend tweeters will be going in here. We will be upgrading our 3-inch mid-range speaker, which will also be the Hertz Melee Legend. And we will be upgrading our woofer too, which will also be putting in the Hertz Melee Legend. So that's what we'll be doing in our front doors. The customer opted for a factory look, so we won't be doing any customization because he wants everything to look original. So that's what we'll be doing in our front doors. So on our rear doors, we will be fitting the Audison Voce setup. We'll be doing the Voce tweeter, and we'll be doing the Voce mid bass in the bottom. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing on our rears. So now moving to the rear of the vehicle, what we'll actually be doing is we'll be custom building a fiberglass box for our 10-inch deep Hertz Melee Pro sub. That'll be going in there. And then what we'll also be doing is we have speakers in the roof here at the back. We will be upgrading them with the Audison Voce mid-range speakers. So that's what we'll be doing in the boot. We still need to find a location for our 2 amps that we'll be putting in. We'll have a little video on that a little bit later. So what we'll do now is we'll just jump into the front. We'll have a little listen of the factory setup we have in here, and then we'll take it from there. So we are in the vehicle now. We're just about to have a listen to the factory setup in here. So what we'll do is we have our special microphone just for you guys. So plug in your headphones so you can have a listen, and let's get tuned in and hear how it sounds. All I can say is definitely needs to be upgraded, and that's exactly what we'll be doing. So what we'll do is we'll start getting our car stripped out, door panels off, seat out, flooring, all of that out, and then we will start with our soundproofing. We got about 120 sheets going in the vehicle. So yeah, let me get started stripping this vehicle and start laying down some soundproofing. Catch you in a bit. So what we'll be doing now is we'll be using an app called Room EQ Wizard, or REW for short. This app allows us to test the frequencies of each speaker in the vehicle. So what we'll do now is just we'll run a test and get what responses frequency responses from each speaker, and then we'll do another test once our product is installed. So yeah, let me get started running these tests. So what we're doing now is we are testing the frequencies of each speaker in the vehicle. As you can see on the graph, all these that are dipping down, that is actually frequencies missing in the speaker. Basically what the speaker is not giving off. So with our product that we will be installing, what we'll be able to do is clean up all those frequencies, and we'll get a much better balanced line out of each speaker. So yeah, that's basically what we are doing right now. So now that we have our values of each speaker in the vehicle, let's get started stripping it out. So our entire vehicle is now stripped out, and it's time to lay down our soundproofing. So as I mentioned, we got about 120 sheets of our skin 3mm, and 120 sheets we can do full coverage of the vehicle. So we'll do doors, we'll do our floor and our boot area. So yeah, let's get these sheets in this vehicle. So we are just about over the halfway mark in the process of completing our box. So right now I'm busy sanding our box down, getting it ready for cover. What we'll also be doing is we'll be adding the Defender logo here at the bottom. just to make it look a little bit more fancy. So yeah, let me continue sanding down this box and then later on we'll get it covered. So our installation is complete now on our vehicle, so now it's time to tune our speakers. We already did a little bit of a basic tune, so now we'll sit and do a final tune on this vehicle. So the things we look for is we set our timing delays, we set distances of each of our speakers. What we do also, we check our frequencies, what frequency each of our speaker is pushing out, and what we do is we tune those frequencies to the satisfaction of our customer. So without further ado, let me get this car tuned.
So what a cool journey it has been to upgrade this Defender Octa. But I want to now go through and spend some time and actually go through spec of the final system, how everything went, everything laid out. Obviously, you've seen the team go through everything in quite a lot of detail today already, but just wanted to go through this, and then later on we're going to be listening to the final result of this new system. So I'm going to kind of be running you through spec, and then kind of go through locations for everything and how our client wanted it. We've communicated with our client via a little group chat that we've got with our team as well as the client, so we can keep clients up to date, ask questions as they go. But in terms of the probably biggest difference that we've got is added depth in this vehicle. So you'll see obviously on the Octas underneath the factory floor, which you can still actually access, you can still get underneath here, but basically you've got the foam, but underneath you've got a lot of electrics and modules sat underneath there. What we've actually done is on the right hand side here, which is really cool, it's come out really nice, really happy with it. So one thing that's come out really nicely, and in a weird way is kind of better than what I actually was expecting, was a deep mounted Hertz shallow sub mounted into this location here. So what we've got here is the Cambridge Cardio emblem just into here. We've got black carpet to match some of the other black carpet, but then retrimmed the face of it into here. And this is actually all one piece, but that's retrimmed in Alcantara, which is quite nice. And then we've got the Defender lettering down at the bottom just to make it kind of look pretty cool, and it works pretty well. It's still relatively discreet, but it just suits the car quite nicely. And then we've got the little Cambridge Cardio emblem on the actual grille itself. We've also color coded this to be black, just so that kind of matches rather than being that grey color. Kind of just sits in there a little bit nicer. We have had to modify this carpet to be able to get that in. But again, these things are where we communicate with our client to ask them. So we asked him what he wants us to do with that. And that's what we've done. But this still leaves so much luggage space in here. All we've done is really taken up about that much space just on this side. So still leaving plenty of load space and area here to perform. But the amount of difference in depth is bonkers, which you'll hear later on. Obviously, these vehicles do come with the Meridian, I believe they call it the 360 or surround system. What that in essence means, we've got another Defender in at the moment which doesn't have this, but basically you've got mid-ranges up at the top. So these cars come with a hell of a lot of speakers in them. So what we do in terms of, we actually reduce the number of overall speakers in a vehicle, but put in better quality equipment, and that is where sound becomes absolutely breathtaking, because we have upgraded these, and the spec on this, we've actually done something quite different, because we measured the car via a system called REW, which basically is analysing the entire interior of the car, seeing what's working, what's not working, how the whole system is kind of put together from factory, as well as then on the R side on the finished result. So we've actually rearranged some of the products on the spec. So in terms of spec wise, in the back here, you've got obviously this sub, which is the main thing. In terms of these rear deck, these are the Horningsea Legend 3-inch mid-ranges, which work incredibly well there. Over into the rear doors, client was after a pretty factory spec in terms of look and feel of the vehicle. So what we've got here is the Audison Voce two-way. So we've got a Audison Voce tweeter and 6.5-inch mid-bass. These are all using our 3D printed adapters, as you've seen earlier on in today's video. Obviously, vehicle entirety has been sound deadened. We've also got up front, we've got a bit of a mix. So we've got the Horningsea Legend tweeter, then we've got the Audison Voce 3-inch mid-range in this location here, factory location, and then the 6.5-inch mid-bass driver from Horningsea Legend in the factory location as well in the door. One really cool thing, we've got rid of the Meridian badge, and this takes a little bit of work to do, but it does look incredible. So Luke designed this one, which is just phenomenal. But basically we've got the Cambridge Car Audio emblem in here with our logo to get rid of the Meridian one. And then we've also done the forged carbon fibre, which is across the rest of the car. That's done in forged carbon fibre. And then also the gold matches some of the gold that you've got on the exterior of the car for the Defender logo. So it's about creating that OEM blend, and that's really, really cool. A really nice little touch from the team. Obviously, the rest of it is kind of stock look. But again, it can be reversed. Every single one of our systems can be. You can take it fully back to stock. Obviously, the difference in road noise is absolutely huge as well, because when you do one of these cars, or any car like this, we're doing another Defender with 140 sheets of sound deadening. It's about creating the best acoustic environment we can in the car, not only for the sound system, but also for just overall road noise in a vehicle. I mean, we've done quite a few videos, and we're trying to do more where we're measuring before and after and showcasing that with you to see the difference. So that is coming on some future videos and different installs that we're doing at the moment. But it's absolutely phenomenal, the difference in sound from where we were before to where we are now. Obviously, I've done, I don't know how many of these now, there's loads of them. If you look at our channel's flooded with them. This is obviously our first Octa that we've done. But the only real difference, to be fair, is the fact that on these, they've got the shakers in the seat. So you've got basically kind of vibration speakers into the seat area. We've actually managed to retain them, so you can still turn them on and off as well, so that's kind of independent and still working as well. So you've got shakers in the seat still operating with the sound system, as well as the fact we've got new amplification, which is underneath the seat, underneath the rear bench seat here. Plenty of space under there to keep all those amps nice and cool. But yeah, I mean, overall a really, really fantastic setup. That OEM blend, that OEM plus, how that sub sits in without taking up too much space, how the grille sits in here, which is really nice. Again, it keeps it nice and neat, tidy, but also what it does is it makes and ensures that the system can be fully reversed as well. So overall, really happy with the final results. I've had a listen to it. It just needs kind of final checks and wipe down, otherwise we're kind of already there. So without further ado, let's jump inside here, have a listen, and hear what all this is all about. So guys, this is the moment you are all been waiting for. The Octa is complete. We just need to have a listen to it now and share this entire experience with you. So we've got my little buddy over here. This little set of ears are going to be what you're actually going to be listening to. I'll shut up for a few minutes and you'll be able to listen through this set, and you'll be able to kind of get as close as you possibly can to listening to it properly, like I'm sat here with me. The reason why it's in driver's seat and I'm in passenger is because the system is all time aligned and set up to be driver focused. So that is why you're listening to it in that position. The important thing about this is, obviously, if you're just listening to this from like your iPhone, for example, it's not going to give you a full representation. Your phone on your speaker on your phone won't be able to handle what this system is actually delivering. So this is where, if you haven't done so already, go grab a really nice pair of headphones that's going to be able to replicate kind of what we're listening to here, or listen to this on a really nice home hi-fi system, or even potentially a Cambridge Car Audio car. So without further ado, I'm going to play a couple of tracks, and just honestly, you guys are going to love this. It is absolutely breathtaking in here. Is the only way to describe it. So just enjoy.
What has happened? What are we fighting for? Now we can't go back and we can't move on. No point to pretend anymore. Better not judge. I'm not keeping score. All I did was wait for the shit you made. I never meant to start a war. It was only a matter of time.
East Coast always in me, Commonwealth, little jump, getting love from my city. Yeah. I roll call for the DMV. In my own lane, you could still ride with me. Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
I've been on ghosts as a kid. Now I got us full of kids. Where I keep with me is sick. Keep making that money flip.
Always my own downfall that I'm falling for you. We haven't even talked, still I'm obsessed with you. Was it your milky eyes or your skin? I don't know. Doesn't matter anyway, 'cause I'm never letting you go. I know it's gonna take.
So good at you.
Girl, I realize all I need is you. I can never get enough. Say she on her way down. Yeah.
Down by the schoolyard where the aircraft share Brianna's mighty smooth. They talk about the spring break and the yappy one.
So good at you. It's ridiculous. The depth is so
You tell him he's all you see. Tell him you got his keys, 'cause you thought he needed them. But he's not coming back again. So he's gone, leaving then. You won't see him again. It was convenient, but you won't be staying friends. And you know that, sweetie, you know that. Think you knew it before, but you just ignored that. So now you won't take that.
that is honestly a whole nother level. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, if you've listened to that on a decent system, you'll know exactly what I'm feeling right now. It is breathtaking in here. Phenomenal. Absolutely breathtaking. And on that note, I'll see you on the next one.